What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Game Time at the Movies. I'm Robert Pallas alongside my co-host, Abraham Trevino. What is going on,
What's
buddy?
up, man? What's going on, man?
What a late afternoon start to our day. Lots to talk about today, folks. Plenty of, hopefully, this is going to be therapeutic for Abe. In case you don't know, our lead story is going to be, we found out today around, 4 o'clock?
It was like around 4.
Micah Parsons from the Dallas Cowboys has been traded to the Green Bay Packers. We're going to deep dive into all that, but that'll be our main story going today. Not a lot of movie talk today, and that's all right, because the thing about this show is that we're going to be able to change it up and talk about different things. This is an Abraham Trevino produced show, so his docket will be on full display today, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm bouncing off more of the stuff that he wants to talk about. But yeah, we're gonna lead off with that in just a bit. But just a couple of little chit chat. I wanted to get started. Just how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Slow day at work, but overall can't complain.
Yeah, I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready for that long weekend.
Oh yeah, next weekend's Labor Day weekend, not this weekend, right?
No, Monday. Monday's Labor Day weekend.
This week? This upcoming week?
This Monday.
I thought it was when the NFL starts.
No.
That's crazy.
No. Yeah.
Well, either way, football's almost back.
I'm so ready for that.
I want to start off with something that's probably also going to piss you off, just to because this is a bad day for you as a Cowboys fan. We have to put out a congratulations to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce on their engagement. I guess everybody's gym and English teacher are getting married. Yeah. What are your thoughts? You feeling any type of way?
I don't care. I don't care about this, man. And I was like, this is Robert right here, because this is total, and it's news. Like you said, it's news, but I mean, we knew something like that was going to happen. My thing is it going to be just like any ordinary celebrity marriage where it's there and then 6 months or a year later, it's like, oh, it didn't work out,
My hot take, I think this is going to be the course correction for a lot of women who really put this woman on a pedestal.
Yeah.
So you see her getting married, settling down, possibly maybe having kids down the road. Maybe this will kind of turn some women, because I follow a podcast called Call Her Daddy, just because I like to listen to different opinions, and a lot of younger women, maybe not so much our age, but maybe more like in their mid 20s, early 30s. There's just been this negative attitude towards relationships and men,
right.
And don't get me wrong, there's pieces of crap out there, a lot of bad guys, but I think the ones that are hurting the most are the good guys, the ones that actually do care and do put forth the effort.
Right.
But I think Taylor Swift is one of those that a lot of these women look up to, and if they see her like, hey, she was able to turn it around and find somebody to spend the rest of her life with, maybe some of these women will lighten up. And again, I'm not anti-women, dude. I grew up with 2 sisters. I have 2 stepsisters. I have 2 daughters. So yeah. It's been an all-female led Palace household. So
and you know what, to bounce off of that, I don't I don't hate. I'm just tired of hearing about it all the time, and I think this might be good for the NFL, because now this is going to bring more maybe women now that will watch the game.
That's already been happening.
Yeah, it's happening, but I think it's going to sustain that, because now they're getting married. She's going to be, showing up and this and that. And, Travis is not a bad guy. I mean, he's making money. He's got a career, and hey, who knows? And I've seen some of their podcasts, and he's really good with Denise, with his brother's kids and stuff. Yeah. So, I can see it.
Yeah, no problems with Travis Kelce, the human. It's the football player where it's like, dude, you're no Gronk. Stop it.
Yeah, he's not.
So it's twofold for me. Excited for them. Good for them.
Right.
Hope they make it.
Right.
But on the other hand, this is the only celebrating the Chiefs are going to do this year. This is as big as it's going to get. And we'll get to that more in our NFL preview next week.
Right.
But, yeah, man, I'm happy for them. This is going to be as close to as a royal wedding as we're going to get. Yeah. Can you imagine the coverage that there's going to be for this whenever they decide to
to
do
when
this
they actually
like
walk
this ain't
down.
going to be no private thing. It's going to be a big full on public display.
It is.
It
is. And then you're gonna see Patrick Mahomes there, and what's his wife's name? Brittany, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, that's the icebreaker I wanted us to kick off with. But this is your show. You came up with the topics. Do you want to get into it already? Are you ready to talk about it?
let's do it. Let's do it. So yeah, go ahead.
Again, folks, for those of you just tuning in or listening, the big news coming out today, and Abe was the first one to text me. I think I was at the Apple store picking up for a delivery, and he's like, "Dude, what the F is this for real?" And I was like, "What?" So he sent a screenshot of a picture, and it was Adam Schefter reporting that Micah Parsons had been traded.
Yeah,
and I was like, this could be real or not. I said, I haven't gotten an alert, but I didn't realize I was in a bad part of that store, so I didn't have signal.
Right.
And then the minute I get to my car, all these alerts of Micah being traded from Adam Schefter,
Right.
fantasy football. Colin Cowherd right away posted a tweet. What are your thoughts first? Like, just as a fan, we'll get into the business aspect of it on both sides for the Packers and the Cowboys, but just you as a fan, how are you feeling right now in this moment?
I'm more disappointed. I feel like maybe this was Jerry Jones, but at the same time, from hearing from, he wanted out. Remember I told you last week?
We talked about it last week.
We talked about it last week.
I posed the question, is the relationship over?
Yeah.
I said no, because I just thought at some point they were just going to sign something and then we'd be done with it.
Well, yeah, and I thought about that too because if you remember, he did that with Zeke and then he signed him. He did that with Dak, signed him.
Yeah, wasn't there like also personal shots kind of taken in that?
Yes, yeah.
I'm trying to see what was so different about this one.
I don't know. I'm not sure because they did the same thing with CD and then they signed him. Honestly, Robert, I really think it was, I don't know if you saw this, but like during the preseason, I know in the Falcons game, the last one, he's in the tunnel eating nachos and a Falcons fan is there taking or filming him like a video.
Oh, no.
And the Falcons fan is telling Micah, "Hey, come to Atlanta. And then Micah just goes like this, like to call me.
To call him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like a Jamal Adams kind of thing. But yeah, and then him laying on the medical table. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, what's going on? Tell me about it.
He was laying like on that game, in the Falcons game, he was laying down in the medical table and he laid there. And so Schottenheimer, the media was making a thing about it. So Schottenheimer's like, on Sunday, we're going to talk to Micah about like that whole thing. Like, what was that about? So I just think seeing that, overall, like I was like, this isn't right because with the past, like with Zeke and all that, you didn't have that kind of behavior.
Same thing from Dak, right?
Right.
Like always a professional.
Yeah, it was always professional. Same thing with CD.
Okay, so maybe that was the tipping point then for Jerry.
And so I think, I think Jerry was just like, hey man, like enough is enough, because remember I told you that this guy Micah said last year, and of course this is last year and things can change from day to day, but he was just like, hey, it's not about the money in the end. Like right now I'm just focusing on making sure this defense is stacked. We're good. We're ready to go. We're ready to contend. And then boom, here we are. Fast forward to this offseason and look what's going on. And typical person and we saw that with the Terry McLaurin where he requested a trade and then they worked something out. Right. And so this is what, and then I was like, well, shit, maybe Robert, cause you even said that last week that this could be something where it was just a build up. Like it's just a whole drama thing and stuff. But I'm shocked because I didn't think, and there was rumors at that time where the other Packers, offered this package to the Cowboys and then the Cowboys turned it down. And then here we are now, same time this week, and he's traded. So I'm shocked. I'm disappointed. I know my buddy was just like, hey, Micah really didn't mean anything. Like he didn't make a difference. Like he was just a one way player.
But isn't that like par for the course though for most Cowboys fans, where the minute a player leaves, they were like, they didn't mean anything. But
no.
I guess we need to get into the business aspect of it, because it's not like y'all are not getting anything for him.
Right.
So you want to detail what it is that the Cowboys are getting for him, and what, obviously what the Packers are paying for him.
So the Packers, they already had reached an agreement on a 4-year, $188 million contract. Okay.
And that makes him the highest paid.
That makes him non-quarterback. So it's a breaking contract that includes $120 million fully guaranteed at signing. He makes Parsons the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. In return, the Cowboys get Kenny Clark,
right?
Defensive tackle
that you all need.
He's 29 years old, so he's proven. He's a proven player, and then they get 2 first-round picks.
Okay.
I thought they were going to throw in the second round because in the beginning, initially, it was going to be 2 1s, a 2, and then a player.
First of all, that's an insane trade. I wouldn't have done it, just because. And this is not anything like Cowboys related. I just think, Micah Parsons is good, but you can easily. I've seen a lot of teams that are easily able to put him to the side and make him a non-factor. So
right.
He's not a Lawrence Taylor. He's not a TJ Watt, a disruptor, freaking Hutchinson, or a Max Crosby. Like, yes, Micah can make some dynamic plays, but it's also easier to get around him as opposed to like the other players that I just mentioned.
So you being the guru, I have some questions, and this isn't in the docket. This isn't in the itinerary or nothing, but this is just something I want to ask you and get your aspect from it. So I have maybe like 3 questions. So my first one is that, and I know you're not a Cowboys fan, but maybe you followed him during that year of the draft when he went to the Cowboys, and I can tell you for sure that I saw those videos. Like, I was watching it. He was behind the scenes at the draft day, and he was there like, I hope it's the Cowboys. I want to play with the Cowboys, this and that. And it turns out the Cowboys did draft him, and he was ecstatic. He was, shoot, heck yeah. So he said he always wanted to be a Cowboy. Got his wish, right? And fast forward the 4 years, and he's like, he wanted out because the Cowboys did give him $200 million contract. And they said no, kind of like a slap in the face. Like, no, we don't want that.
Okay, so what's the question?
So the question is, what happened?
The guy wants to win, and this team is not headed in that direction. There was a point where they were a contender, and I think that was what was the season where they were?
That might have been.
Were they the number 1 seed, or were they like in the 1 or 2 spot? And like that was their peak, and I think that was with. That was when Zeke was still at his prime, no? A little bit? Kinda? Or no?
I think it was, yeah. It was
am I thinking of a different...
Yeah, it was his prime.
Am I thinking of a different Cowboys team?
After that, he just... But, are you saying it's not about so it wasn't about the money? Because,
no,
because that was the same thing with the guy over in, Cleveland. What's his name?
Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett.
That's clearly about the money.
Yeah.
Why are you going to stay with the Browns? Come on, man. He wants to win, Micah. I deep down, he's a competitive person.
Let me ask you this. Let me follow up on that. So you're a player. Let's just say you're a quarterback, right? And you always wanted to play for the Pats, and you got drafted by the Pats. You're playing with the Pats. You're doing all this stuff, all the stats, and you're doing badass. And is it about the money, or would you be about the money, or would you be like, hey, I want to win. Like, I want to go somewhere else where I have receivers, or and take Tom Brady out of this because Tom Brady.
Okay, so who's my quarterback? Who's my team?
You're the quarterback. You're on the Pats.
If am I talented or am I just the guy?
You're talented. You're the guy. Like, you're the man. Like,
I'm playing this smart. I'm playing it the Tom Brady way. Like, you want to not take the most, take, what you think you're worth. You don't have to go like over the market. Like, I want to break the bank here. Like, no, I want to keep enough so where we can spread it around. And I can keep someone like a Micah or a CD or, a couple of other pieces to keep that intact, because you got to think bigger picture. If you just think I want to break the bank for myself, and I get it for these players, they only have a small window to make money. But if you're really about the championships like Brady was, like, you're going to sacrifice some money. Tom Brady could have made the fucking most money out of anybody if he wanted to. And he never did, because he wanted teams around him, because he knew that it was the ultimate team game, and that's what you need to win a Super Bowl. And the way the Cowboys were headed with how they paid off Dak completely and CD, what was Jerry Jones going to do? Like, he had no choice. If they were going to pay Micah, they should have not paid Dak, and maybe CD could have asked for, I don't know what's CD's deal. I don't know how much he got.
He got about 100 and...
But is he like a top 3 paid receiver? Is he up there?
He's there.
Okay.
He's there.
Okay, well then I maybe would have paid for CD and Micah.
But the thing is that Jerry, I mean, they added Pickens. They did some moves in the draft. They drafted some decent players. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like I'm torn because it just makes sense. But yeah, he wanted out. So when someone wants out like that, like you obviously don't, it's just like, okay, bye. Like why not get something for him at the time? I don't know, but I want to ask.
But think about it. Were you guys? I mean, come on, I saw you on your Facebook. Yeah, you guys really thought you were going to contend and go to the playoffs this year?
I thought. I mean, honestly, yeah.
Like honestly,
I mean, at least a wild card. At least
I can name you 8 teams better than the Cowboys right now.
I mean, but
in the NFC.
But the thing is that they made some decent moves. We don't know if Schottenheimer is going to be this boom or bust. I mean, we don't know.
But dude, also at best, you were going to be 3rd in your division. You're not better than Washington. Okay. You're not better than Philly.
Okay, Robert. But at that point, does that make it right for you to just give up and be like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and let me go somewhere else? Like, I mean, I would have taken that $200 million contract and be like, hey, like, okay, so
okay, you pay Micah,
right?
Now what? And then you underachieve. What money do you have left? You don't have anything. Now you have 2 first-round draft picks, and if you're a bottom 10 team, you get a 3rd first-round pick. You could get Arch Manning, you could get whoever, plus 2 first-rounders.
Do you think
what are you talking about?
Do you think that's a possibility?
That is the play.
That's the play? You think so?
Jerry Jones saw his doc, and he's like, you know what? I had it good in the 90s. Let me set this team up for the future. Now let me get out of my own way.
But what if Manning doesn't come out this year?
Well, at least you still have Dak and you still have 2 first-round picks. Get yourself a receiver or get another top defensive pick. Fix that line.
What's your grade? What's your grade on the Packers? And then what's your grade on the Cowboys? What the Packers received and what the Cowboys received? Like, what's your grade? What's your grade on the Packers?
I like aggressive teams, especially for teams that are going to be contenders and feel like that they're ready to go and make a run. I'm going to say this is it's a B+ for the Packers, only because I'm still not sure on Jordan Love. If he comes through and they get their run game and their defense and Micah shows up, then this looks like the best move of all time. Cowboys, definitely an A, because you got to start thinking about the future. Like, forget about this season. Like, yeah, you can try to contend, but let's say even if you do make the playoffs, what's the point? You're going to go up against fucking the Eagles,
right,
the Bucks, the Niners, possibly. Those are teams you're not going to get past right now. What is George Pickens adding to that?
So these 2 first-rounders, I'm assuming it's a 2026 and a 2027, right? Yeah, right.
Well, I don't know. Search up real quick Will Kane on Twitter, because he posted the pros and the cons of this trade. The pros was that you don't have to pay Micah $47 million and 17% of the cap or something like that. You get I think it's like 2 picks in the first round. So, and I think they're not spread out through the years. I don't think. I think it's all for next year's draft, I believe.
But do they have? Is it Will
Kane? Cain. He posted. It should be one of his most recent posts, because that trade happened just like a few hours ago. So, but yeah,
the rookie mistake.
No. It says pros and cons of the trade.
Micah Parsons trade. Okay, so the pros. Cowboys aren't paying $47 million and 17% of the cap to a non-quarterback. 2 first-round picks, Kenny Clark, and they needed a defensive tackle, which is true. Cons: Micah Parsons is a generational and irreplaceable player. You pay for that. Picks will be in the 20s, and getting 1 more second or a third seems reasonable.
I mean, yes, maybe generational. I mean, I won't go that far, but you make that move if you hadn't paid so much to your QB and your wide receiver 1. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
But A, I think for the Cowboys, I grade them an A on this. This this is good for their future. You may not see it now. You're all depressed. Most of Cowboys Nation is depressed, mad, whatever, but you're not looking at, because every year you guys think you're contenders, but you're really not.
So here it is. It says, we have completed it. This is from the Dallas Cowboys on Twitter, on X. We have completed a trade to receive a 2026 first round pick, a 2027 first round pick, and Pro Bowler defensive tackle Kenny Clark. So, I mean, we got a Pro Bowler in return, and we did need a defensive tackle.
Okay, so then next year's draft, if you're bottom 10, you'll at least have 2 first round picks.
Right.
That'd be sick for you all.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the future. I mean, I get that you want to win now, but you're not there.
Right. So you're saying, and I told you this, and I guess this is kind of contradicting on myself because I said they'll make the playoffs. But then again, I also did say in the beginning of the year or of the summer that the Cowboys might be a top 5 pick in next year's draft. So, let's just say they get a top 5 pick plus whatever the Packers, which would be in the 20s.
Yeah.
So maybe they can package those two and maybe 2027s of Packers and maybe move up and get maybe. Yeah, right.
Well, not if they end up being a bottom 5 team. No, you want that first, 1 through 5 pick plus whatever you get in the
plus
20s.
Whatever in the 20s.
You're not packaging that up to move. No, you need to start building for the future. Sorry, Dak ain't it, and I think CD was probably the only one worth paying all that money.
I think I also believe that they did this move because George Pickens is going to need to get paid.
Ugh.
Yeah, because
that's if he works out.
Yeah, and that's also true.
Are you in the camp that he is going to work out?
I think he will do something. I mean, everything on paper always looks great, but
I mean, the Steelers, their track record is good as far as getting rid of receivers when they've kind of hit their peak.
Right.
They're kind of in the same way that the Patriots are always good about releasing a player a year early as opposed to keeping him later on and he's just washed. And I'm not saying Pickens is washed, but I'm not saying he's at his prime either.
I feel like I had there was this guy that I saw on TikTok where he was doing scenarios, trade scenarios and stuff. And one of them was from the Patriots, and it was Christian Gonzalez and a first round pick and then a second round pick for Micah. And I was like, man, I will, because we
would never be stupid.
Man, I was, and I was like, geez, to get Christian Gonzalez?
That'd be great for you, but it'd be stupid for us.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't want Micah. Christian Gonzalez is a way more dynamic player than him.
No. You don't get to say that because you said that. You said that when Zeke was on the Pats, you're like, oh my gosh.
Nobody in New England wanted Zeke. No. And I was the highest.
When we went to the damn game, you were there. Oh yeah.
I wanted to leave that game. That game was a disgrace.
Oh my gosh. Anyway.
I was disgusted.
Anyway.
Are we, do we have anything else to dive? Well,
yeah.
Let's talk about it from the Packers side.
Yeah. So, he's coming off an injury though from last year. He's 26, Micah Parsons, that is. So, do you think this was how do you say it? Not maybe not a sacrifice, but gamble.
I mean, it is. Let's say at most you get into the second round and that's it. But I mean, how many years is that? Is he going to be there? I mean, I think the Packers are only going to get better. But is Micah worth all of that draft capital and the money that they're paying him? I don't think so. But I mean,
what if hypothetically,
if they win the Super Bowl, then yeah, you can call me out on it. But,
right. But what if hypothetically, I mean, Love goes down?
I mean, that's any team though. I mean, it's always going to be a risk versus reward, baby.
Oof.
But this is, like I said, I like aggressive teams and teams that are in the running to compete, to make moves like this. But yeah, we can also talk about in a little bit the Bengals and then finally giving in and signing Trey Hendrickson to a contract. And I mean, is that going to be enough to help the Bengals get to the Super Bowl? I'm not sure. Still a lot of questions on their defense, but it's going to be good for. I mean, this move with Micah is a good morale move for the Packers. I mean, I'm sure they should be up in arms about getting somebody like this.
So I mean, so the Packers run a 4-3 defense, and I'm not sure who their standout player is, besides adding Micah, but you have Rashawn Gary as your left defensive end. You have Carl Brooks as a defensive tackle, Devontae Wyatt. I'm not sure who was, and maybe it might be the guy that they sent us, but I don't know who all these, anyways.
It's a young defense.
Yeah.
Micah's going to bring that veteran leadership. I don't know, he's only been in the league not that long, but like I said, a great morale boost. I don't know if it's going to put you over the top. I still think it's going to be between them and Detroit that probably ends up winning that division unless J.J. McCarthy just shows out and we don't know what we're in for. But it's a great move for the Packers.
Super Bowl contenders?
Absolutely. They're in the bubble.
Would you pick them?
No.
All right.
I have like a couple teams ahead of them, but
yeah. All right. Well, I'm good with that trade or with that topic.
Is that good therapy for you?
Yeah. It is. It is what it is. It's business. So
it's life in the NFL.
It's life. Wasn't like Jake and just disappeared and crawled under a rock. And
I cannot. Man, I really wish he was on today's episode.
And he was like, "Oh no, not this week, not this week." And
this was the exact week for him to be on.
Yeah, this would have been. He would have never came back on the show. But anyway, so you were talking about the Bengals. They locked in Trey Hendrickson, which is huge because
it is huge. Like I said, for the morale, but I still think that defense has a lot of holes on it. This is going to be a team where they can only win by shootout, and we've seen teams that do that rarely ever make it deep in the playoffs. So I love Joe Burrow, I love Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, who I drafted in one of my leagues.
Right.
I'm expecting a very formidable high offensive scoring team, but locking down Trey Hendrickson is good for them. It was only for 1 year, right? I believe.
Right.
So it's not like it's not a full on investment.
No, it's a $30 million deal. $30 million for Trey Hendrickson.
But for a year, right?
Yeah, for a year.
I don't know. It's Cincinnati, man.
And then
get it together, man. They couldn't work out a long term deal. Maybe they will at some point, but I
guess the important thing is that they locked in Burrow. Right.
Well, yeah, your offense is set.
Yeah,
but
the offense.
You need defense to win the Super Bowl.
That's true.
If
Micah would have gone there,
it helps
with Hendrickson.
It helps.
Yeah. Scary defense.
I guess. But when you're up 30-10, because when you have that kind of offense, you better hope that defense.
The defense holds off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Washington and Terry McLaurin, huge
for me. I did draft him in one of my leagues, Terry McLaurin.
Right.
So that's good for me. So I'm happy about that deal.
It's a 3-year deal as well. There was a couple of reuniting going on. Reunite with some players and they're not big, but we don't have to go stay long on them. But Amari Cooper is going back to the Raiders. You like that? With Geno Smith. I like Geno Smith.
Geno Smith has become a reliable starting quarterback. He's kind of settled into what he's going to be. He's not bad or a bust. Amari Cooper, he was with Josh Allen last year. You tell me all of a sudden he's going to be a lot more better with freaking
Geno Smith? Well, he was dealing with the groin injury, so the whole year. But I get what you're saying. Adam Thielen going back to Minnesota. I don't know about that one. That might help because of the fact of Addison being suspended for the first 3 games.
Yeah, that. But also that's a good number 3. You have Justin Jefferson.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't expect Thielen to go for 1,000 yards.
Takes the pressure off him, so maybe that's a good nice little bonus to have for them.
Right.
What else you got?
Let me see. So a lot of trades. There was like the Eagles. I don't know if you saw that, where the Eagles were trading like defense left tackles, and then they were getting like draft picks. It was just like my ESPN was going off that day, and I think it was Tuesday or something like that. I can't remember. It was like Tuesday, and notifications just about like unexpected trades. Nothing really shocking. It was just the Eagles just swapping like picks with I believe the Jets, and then they got a left tackle. It was just that's out of the norm though, right, for the NFL. Because you just don't really, for a while you didn't see a lot of trades happening, and then now all of a sudden And I like it because
is it, or is it just so there's so much more social media coverage, and now we know every little thing.
I like it though. I like
That's
when
what I'm saying.
there's
So it's not that it's maybe not as much has changed, only just how it's covered. So it looks like, oh man, it's exactly like the NBA, but
well, because I don't know if you remember, like in like the 90s and early 2000s, where it was rare.
Yeah, because there wasn't coverage. There wasn't coverage 24/7.
I don't know. I like it. Yeah. You got anything from the NFL?
No, man. I'm just.
The Pats with Tommy DeVito and.
I mean, we need a backup. You were on me like, what are you pounding your chest? Well, I'm
pounding your chest on Tommy?
Not pounding my chest, but we need a backup QB. What do you want? I mean, Drake May is a guy. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, there was other people. There was other quarterbacks out there.
Name me three other.
Carson Wentz. I think he's a reliable backup.
Bust. Tell me where he's been a reliable backup.
He's been reliable.
When?
You could have gone and traded for Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett already went to... He went to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had already picked him up.
But the Browns have 6 quarterbacks. You mean to tell me that the Pats couldn't be like, hey, let me get one of them?
They weren't thinking about it at the time. We're unlike you guys and your teams, we're satisfied with our roster. I mean, we could use a little bit more help on the O-line, but it's going to be a hell of a lot better than last year.
Since you can have 2 teams, I want to get your take on the Shiloh Sanders. I mean, I know it doesn't matter to you.
I mentioned this to you guys. He wasn't going to make the team regardless. He was going to be on the practice squad, so it's not like we're losing out on anything. So I mean, and we're going off more of just the name Sanders. Like, stop it, like. I mean, Dion made a whole thing about, I don't know what he said about it, but it's like, I mean, that's just because you have the name Sanders doesn't mean anything. You still got to prove yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, and it's crazy because I know in Colorado, like it was all about Shador and then Travis Hunter and there was Shiloh, but you rarely heard about him.
But it also sucked because he was also kind of becoming a little bit of a fan favorite in Tampa. So fans were getting used to him. He's a good guy and would interact with the fans and all that stuff. So it sucks for them that are there locally. But
do you think he'll like bounce back, or do you think he'll end up like on a practice squad? Maybe even the Bucks, maybe possibly. I don't know.
Maybe I can. The one thing that's become apparent in the NFL is you need depth regardless in any spot. So, we're seeing a lot more backup QBs mean more now in this day and age than they did in the past. So I'm sure there's a roster somewhere where he'll land because, injuries are more rampant in today's game where it's faster. So yeah, I'm not worried that he'll end up somewhere even if back on the Bucks. You never know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I did want to mention something about my Patriots though. Today they revealed some rivalry uniforms. Man, those look sick. They're playing the Bills, and the Bills rivalry uniforms look awesome as well. I like this, change it up a bit. I mean, the colors were a little bit kind of like UNC a little bit for the Patriots. Kind of reminded me of Bill Belichick. By the way, have they started playing yet? North Carolina, Bill Belichick and his team. You're more the college guy than me. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to catch one of their games.
You would,
because the season started last week, right?
I believe the season started.
God, you're supposed to be the college guy. You don't even fucking know. What do I rely on you for? This is supposed to be your forte. I'm the NFL guy.
Right now, it just started actually today, and it's South Florida versus Boise State, number 25 Boise State.
Well, then what were you talking about on last week's show with the Longhorns and whoever?
That's
playing?
this weekend.
But you said last week that it was.
Oh yeah, what? You're right. They did start last week, and Iowa State. Iowa State was the one.
Why do I got to be on top of you for everything?
You schmuck. You're not on top of shit.
So
you want to see
North Carolina?
North Carolina. That's North Dakota. Let's see here.
I got to check in on my boy.
Oh, they don't even play yet.
Got to check on my boy Belichick.
So that's week 1. Week 2.
So when did they
play? I don't even know
them?
if they freaking play. Jeez. Who was it again?
But then I figure we would have been hearing all over the place about it if they had, right? So,
yeah, if they had been, you would have been like, they would have been all over that.
All over ESPN and
Belichick and that's South Carolina. Damn. They might not even be worthy of.
Dude, they're going to get coverage.
Oh,
come on, Google it right now. University, UNC, football schedule.
Carolina.
Let's go. Bill Belichick, first season as
Tar
a college
Heels.
coach. Come on, when's the first
Oh,
game?
they play Monday at 7 p.m. TCU.
They play this Monday, or they
yeah,
play?
this Labor Day. No, they play Labor Day.
And that's their first game.
Yeah, TCU.
I will be watching that.
Ooh, and it's going to be on ESPN.
I will be watching that.
You want to go get wings?
Yeah.
It's at 7 o'clock.
Well, we got to find somewhere where for sure ESPN's going to be on.
You can do it here.
We can.
I have ESPN.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's. I can go over their schedule. I mean, TCU, and then they got Charlotte.
I just want to make sure that I don't miss the first game.
A game we got to watch is on October 4th. It's Saturday. It's number 4 Clemson at North Carolina. That might be a ranked team. Dang. Okay.
Depending on my kid's schedule. Yeah. We'll see
yeah.
if I don't have them. Yeah, I'm down to.
Yeah, let's plan for that too.
Okay.
But yeah, we can watch that first game. Maybe we can watch it here. Not bad. All right. So that's going to be for the NFL coverage. Going into, speaking of college, is going to go into our next segment, which is the showdown of number 1 Texas versus number 3 Ohio State.
Or are they pre-ranked number 1?
They are. They're ranked number 1.
Is Arch Manning the starter?
He is the starter. He is the starter.
The Cowboys and the Saints. The race is on.
Oh.
Who's going to get him?
I mean, the Cowboys have assets now. They could pair with what they got,
or they could be the worst team in the league and just snag that number 1
Oh,
pick.
do you really? Well, you know what?
I would do it.
You know what? I take it back, and you could be right on that part, because the Cowboys' schedule is just stupid hard. Like, it's just hard. Mm-hmm. I was just being,
which is weird though, because y'all were bad last season. So how did you end up with a hard schedule?
It's just and
I guess it's what divisions are y'all playing this year?
It's and it's just with Jake. Jake was just like, oh, what did he say? We're gonna be
10-7,
10-7. And
I was looking at, somebody had posted like the first 8 weeks of the Cowboys, and I was like, man, like there's at best you'd be like 3-5 or something like that.
Eagles, right?
Loss.
Eagles, Giants.
That's gonna divisional game. I say they win, but it's gonna be a drag out.
And this one's in Dallas. The first one's in Dallas. The Eagles first thing. No,
Okay,
they're
no.
out there.
That's fine. But
okay.
What's the third game?
Bears.
Third week, Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams. Maybe they get it together.
Dude.
I'm gonna say a loss.
Packers.
Loss. Oh, is that Sunday Night Football? I think so.
It is. It is.
At Green Bay?
Dallas.
Oof.
Jets.
They're going to lose. Cowboys are going to lose.
Yeah, they are. Jets.
Jets are going to play you all good. It's a loss.
Panthers.
Loss.
Commanders.
Loss.
Broncos.
Loss.
Cardinals.
Wait, don't do the whole schedule. Just give me like 5. That was like the first 8, right?
That was, yeah. That was, yeah, so I think so. Yeah. I mean, who would have thought, man, the Packers, like, and then
I'm not giving you all enough credit. I'll give you the win against the Panthers, and I'll give you the Jets.
I don't know, because Bryce Young, I mean, he kind of got,
he had 2 good games as your stop.
I don't know.
2 good games.
I'm gonna go with maybe. I think the Giants might be the only win. You gave them the Panthers?
Give me the Panthers. I'll give you the Jets.
Well, they're playing in New York, though.
I don't care. I don't care where it is.
I don't know, Robert.
And I'll just for the sake of conversation, I'll give you the Bears also as a win.
So
that's what? Bears, Giants, Panthers, Jets. At best, you go 4-4 in your first 8 games.
I don't think so.
At best. I said at best.
So for, what is that, 8 games? I think they'll be 3-5.
Which 3 are you giving them?
I'll give them the Giants.
Okay.
I don't think Ben Johnson's going to be the better coach.
So what 3 wins are you giving them?
I don't know. Giants for sure. Panthers. Jets. Giants, Jets, Panthers.
Okay.
3-5. Yeah.
It's gonna be a rough season.
Anyway,
but again, you're set up for the future. I don't know what you guys are so depressed about.
Anyway, moving on from that.
Wouldn't you rather be set up good for the future than to sign Micah and then just underachieve and then you just can't do anything? Or you're middle, if at best you're just middle of the pack and you're drafting like in the middle of the first round.
Listen, Robert, we get it.
Come on, man.
We get it. Let us have our day to day. Like it just sucks. And maybe, hey, you could be right. It might be beneficial down the line, but right now that's here or there. So
just trying to make you think like an assassin, like me and Brady in the Pats. We were ice cold, but it got us glory. You know, you got to think like that.
As long as Jerry Jones, I don't know. And who knows? Anyway, who do you have in this game? I know you don't watch college, but this is huge.
Texas against who?
Ohio State.
I'm a Michigan guy, so I'll go with Texas. I can't pick Ohio State.
Yeah, Ann Arbor, huh? Nice.
Tom Brady, baby.
So yeah, okay. So
Jim Harbaugh, baby.
I want to ask. I know you don't watch a lot of college, and I know
but it's still like, you know, I can watch the game. I just don't know. I don't know the players.
What do you think about Manning? Well, yeah, I don't know a whole bunch of the players.
I don't know. This will be a first for me. I'm gonna.
Have you seen him when they did sub packages and they had him in there and they did Wildcats and then he was in there when you were? No, you didn't watch him play at all. Okay.
Me and my dad are always just laughing off the Longhorns, the Dallas Cowboys of college football. We'll see.
Anyway, so you're gonna go with Texas on this one?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go with Texas as well. Let me see. Yeah, let's go into fantasy.
Oh, you want to get into that already?
Yeah, fantasy football.
Let's talk about it. Before we get to your league, let's talk about how many leagues are you in officially?
4.
You're such a loser, man.
No, 5 with Yahoo.
You should just 2 at most, which is what I'm doing too. You get into 4 and 5, like get out of here.
That's
who do you think you are?
That's because I know how to manage. That's because I know how to manage. Huh? You want to know something? Because you're afraid. You're scared. You're scared to come in the Abe and Palace Bowl 3.
How? I already said I'm coming to win the championship, and that means I got to go through you. So be it.
Yeah, you're gonna. The road goes through me.
To win it all, sure. I'll take that road all day.
That's the thing, you schmuck. Is that
my hot take on people that do 4, 5, 6 leagues? Get out of here, dude. Like, nobody has that much time, like, to focus. Like, stop. I doubt in one of those leagues you're going to F up really bad because you're not paying attention because you're too focused on the other ones. Get out of here. I don't believe you.
Last year in Eli's league, I made the playoffs.
Okay, that's one league.
In the other league, I made the play. I actually went to the championship. I lost in the Super Bowl.
I want screenshots from your matches from every league every week, and I want to see what your lineups are.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up. I'm doing 2 at the most because that's the smart thing to do. That's just, okay. Well, talk about one of your other leagues. How do you feel about your lineup? Who'd you get? Tell me about.
Yeah, so I got. Let me tell you on one of the drafts because I've only done one. Oh, I did 2. My Yahoo. Okay. So I'll give you my ESPN. The one I did. This is Eli's league, and I already got trades and all that stuff. But I was like, oh man, I don't want that. No, not for me. But so starting quarterback, of course, is going to be Jalen Hurts. Mm-hmm. Barkley is my running back. Bucky Irving is my second running back. Mm-hmm. Cooper Kupp is my receiver. George Pickens. Kittle's my tight end. Pacheco is my flex.
Man, how many people are in this league that you're able to draft? Well, then again, you're probably not in a real league with a real amount of people.
So you're saying Eli is not legit?
Well, how many people are in the
12
league? 12. Yeah, nobody knows how to draft in that league.
Oh yeah, I hope you're listening, Eli. Anyway, the Buccaneers defense.
Okay.
And Aubrey as my kicker.
Okay. I'm in your league, obviously, and then I'm in one other league, and we had our draft on Sunday.
Right.
I got Bucky Irving as my first pick because everyone's like, oh, stop going after your team. Like, no, you don't. And I locked this in already. The Bucs are going to have the highest offense in the NFL this season. Lock it in, even over the Bengals, because the Bengals always start off slow. Bucky Irving, Josh Jacobs from the Packers. I got T. Higgins and I believe Terry McLaurin from the Commanders. Baker's my quarterback. I got the Denver Broncos defense. I got the kicker from, I want to say, it was either Buffalo. I think it was the Buffalo kicker. My tight end. Who's my tight end? I don't know. I don't have it. We're recording this thing on my phone, so I'm not able to look back on it. But those were, I'm pretty satisfied. I like this year's draft because it's a lot more younger players that I was going after, which was kind of nice. It wasn't really relying on those veterans, like you, George Pickens.
I mean,
George Pickens, George Kittle, he'll be out by like week 5. Like you don't get it. You don't get it, dude. It's okay. That bodes well for your league on Friday. Tomorrow's the draft. I'm super pumped about that. Ready to reclaim my title. That paper champion from last year doesn't count because I wasn't in the league, but I'm back, baby.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so on my Yahoo, let's go with the Yahoo.
Okay.
Dak Prescott's the quarterback.
Jesus.
I know. I had to draft him. They were running slim.
No, you didn't have to draft him.
I had to. Tyreek Hill's my receiver. Devontae Adams. Bijan Robinson.
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor. Kittle.
Over the hill.
Tony Pollard.
Jesus, what roster is this?
Brandon Aubrey. Houston's defense.
Your kicker is going to be your highest scorer.
Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that.
All right, 2 leagues is enough from you. That's it. That's all I need. I don't need to hear your other rosters. I could already tell just based on that league specifically, you're not even paying attention. That is a terrible roster. Terrible roster.
You're just mad, but wait till we face each other.
I'm excited.
And you know what? When we do the podcast and it's our matchup week, yeah, it's going to be the big. This is big. This is huge because you made it. You made it that.
No, you made it that. I'm just playing the season, but that's okay. If you need to hype yourself up for a loss, that's okay. Oh man, I'm so excited for the draft tomorrow, man. I'm back. And if this is the kind of drafting you're going to do based off of this Yahoo league,
well, there's only 10 teams in this one, so this one's going to be a good one. So. Yeah. So are you saying you're going to knock off Audra?
I'm going to knock off everybody. I mean, if you collude, you're going to be drafting first for all we know tomorrow.
No,
you already know the order and everything.
Oh, you want to beat me so bad.
That's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter if you draft first, last, whatever. It doesn't matter with anybody. I'm winning the championship.
So So aside from our thing, like what tips would you give the people out there that do fantasy football? Like what is your how do you go about it? Like
I don't always go for the highest ranked player. You got to look at matchups. You got to look at what you can say, for example, like the Bucks are high powered, right, in their receivers and all that. But what's really going to get them through the season is their run game. So I know Bucky's going to get a lot of touches, which is why I drafted him first. He wasn't high up on the running back list. I could have gotten Derrick Henry. I could have gotten, whoever. But they're going to run Derrick Henry into the ground before they're able to, Bucky is still young, fresh. They're going to use him sporadically. They can use him in the backfield and straight up the gut, even pass and catch. They're going to do a lot of different things with him. So you got to look at stuff like that,
right?
And you don't just draft whatever the highest ranked player is.
Like Jake. Jake just goes for names, like brand names.
That too, but also I'm not afraid to draft the defense early, also because defense does matter at some point. Even kickers now, like the way kickers are making points now these days, it's not that crazy of a thing to draft the kicker high.
Yeah, it's crazy because usually in the past it was always quarterbacks that were going first. They would get Lamar Jackson.
And I learned that the hard way. So this year I didn't draft the quarterback high.
Yeah.
And I usually would in years past, but it's smart to go after your running backs first, your receivers,
right.
Your flexes. Get that out of the way before you just want to get the best player in every position.
Right. And would you, so let's just say ours, it's a 10-team league.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say of course, is it beneficial to be 10th pick or 1? Because I feel with 10, you get 2 picks back to back, right?
Right.
Because
but then you got to wait a whole while. So, the whole idea of a snake draft to me, the worst position, and it's what I got in this league that I'm in, is that I was right dead in the middle, so it didn't matter.
Oh, so you were
it's I was always waiting.
You were 5 or 6 or something like that?
Yeah, 5 or 6, somewhere around there, and I'm just God bless, whatever. So, it's cool to be 1 or 10 because you do get 2 back-to-back picks at some point, but, it's all in it's not about where you're drafting, it's who you're drafting, so.
Right.
Like just because you get Saquon Barkley because he's maybe ranked the number one back doesn't mean he's going to have the exact same season he had last year.
Last year, exactly.
There's wear and tear. You got to look at the schedules. You got to look at, when their buys are and stuff like that. So
we got 23 hours and 59 minutes till draft. And I believe when the draft room opens, it tells you like what pick you are or what pick you'll be. Mm-hmm. So we'll see there how that goes. Well, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but I'm going to rig it somehow.
Nah, that's your thing, Robert. Is that and you're scared?
I mean, you need the tricks. You need the collusions, the tricks, the dropping players. There was the year that I won the championship, folks. Like every week, this guy was dropping players, adding players. My roster stayed like intact. I trusted the process. I trusted my team, and we got through it. That's how you win championships.
It was one slip up on me, and that's why you won. I had an injured player.
One slip up, I won by like 30, 40 points.
And that's the thing is that so you won the first of 3 matches against me. So I'm still 2-1 against you.
It's 2-1.
We've been in 3 bowls.
Have we?
Oh no! Wait, we've only been in 2 bowls.
Get out of here!
So okay, we're 1-1.
But it's always about who's the latest victor. And
but in the regular season, I smashed you and this and that, and you were just like, it's not about the regular season; it's all about the playoffs. Like, get the fuck out of here!
And I won. What do you want me to say?
You want to know your all time record against me?
Doesn't matter. What matters is the championships.
You want to know it? You want to know it? Yeah,
no, because the regular season doesn't matter.
No, it's 6-24. That's what it is. Pathetic. I can't. And with this new show going on, I can't wait for our audience.
You're making that number up.
We played 30 games. It's 30 games.
30 games we've played. You don't even know what you're saying. You're fucking looking all over the place. Right
No. I know what the record is. Either way. So, what other tips would you have for our audience? Like, what would you?
Just don't stress either, because when you stress, all of a sudden you make drastic decisions that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
In the league that I'm in, there's a little chat going on, so we're always giving each other shit. Sometimes I like to distract people, throw them off the scent. So I'll be like, I'm mad about this pick, but I'm really not. I'm actually glad you took him. Like somebody took Rashee Rice.
Oh yeah,
just like that. I straight up like LOL'd on someone. They were like, "You'll see," and then you come out. How many games? He's like gone for 6 games. How many?
Yeah, games? he's suspended. Yeah, and I think they're still going to await that because I think they have trial going on or something like that.
Oh, so that's my biggest one. Also, just don't stress. Like you got to trust your process, and you have to do research. You can't just go into it like whatever. So. But that's about as much tips as I'm going to give you. I know you need tips from me to have a better draft, but we all know how you work. So
okay. that's the thing is that you think you know, but you don't. But like I said, we'll let the stats and we'll let the record and we'll let the plays.
It's not about stats; it's about championships.
Oh, that's your thing. That's why I'm a 9-time.
But that's why I'm a winner, Abe. That's why I have 7 Super Bowl titles. Like I know what it takes to win. It's okay.
You don't know. You don't know shit.
You think the Micah thing is a disaster because we were going to be contenders? The fuck out of here. You don't see the big picture like I do for you guys.
I get the anyway. So enough about this. Well, we got college coming up. We have NFL coming up too. Are you? I know you're super excited about the NFL. We'll get into that next week. Yeah. Basketball, we're also going to talk about that on this show. I know we had the pilot show last week, but we're also going to do some stuff with this. This is you and I, and of course, we got Jake here in so often. But I know you mentioned there wasn't like much about movies, but I know we have The Conjuring coming out,
yeah,
and
we'll be seeing it not next Tuesday, in 2 Tuesdays.
Yeah. So aside that, there's that movie, and then there's the Leonardo DiCaprio one at the end.
Yeah,
right?
But that's like at the end of September, so we got a while.
A couple of features. Do you have anything in between like that you're?
I mean, I missed out on the Denzel movie, so me and my dad are going to watch it on Apple TV, highest to lowest.
Yes.
Only had a 2-week run in the theater, so we're going to wait for that. And I would have loved to have seen it on the big screen, but I was still kind of recovering from this flu that I had, so I had wanted to see that. I still need to see Freakier Friday. I'm waiting to go see that one with my daughter.
Yeah.
Other than that, not really much until late September, October, and then we move on to.
And then you move on to all that stuff. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Well, yeah, we'll have plenty of movies.
Yeah. I talked about it on my show already, but you got to watch Peacemaker, man. Like,
oh yeah,
I mean, it's a great follow up to Superman, and it's all connected, and they've retconned some stuff in there to make it fit.
I saw that they changed at the end, like there was an end scene or something like that, and it was the, what are they called, the League of Justice or something like that. They changed it.
So let me set it up for you. So I know you haven't seen it yet, but there's a part in the climax of the first season where Peacemaker and everybody, they save the world from whatever it is. I won't spoil it. And as they're leaving, the Justice League shows up, and there's silhouettes of Superman. I forgot if Batman was there or not. I wasn't sure. But there's silhouettes of Superman and whatnot. But who you see in the frame and who actually has like lines and dialogue is Aquaman, played by Jason Momoa, and Ezra Miller, who played the Flash. Right. John Cena's like, you motherfuckers are late, y'all. Like, she took forever to show up, and then like they just, I don't know, they smirk at each other, and that's that. But since the new DC has started, and we've seen the characters that are introduced, Hawk Girl,
right,
Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, Superman, Supergirl,
right.
So they're officially in that scene. So they redid it, and so you see the silhouettes of Superman, Supergirl, Mr. Terrific, and then you see the two characters of Hawk Girl and Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, because they're in the show as well.
Right.
So they have lines. So just cool little things like that they've retconned to make it fit into this new DC, which I like.
I think it's great. I mean, I think Gunn's doing really good stuff with this.
He's a good storyteller.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like we're in the way Marvel was in their first stages. We're like, oh, this is all so cool.
Right. Where they kind of tied in.
Little interconnected, but also like separate stories. Like Peacemaker is also just its own separate story. But the fact that it's in the Superman world and, you know, just the whole DC thing in general, it's like, oh man, this is exciting. Like, it's not that I'm bored of comic book movies, but just tell me a good story. Like, be entertaining. And that's what James Gunn is good at. He's entertaining. He's a good storyteller. And I'm just looking forward to anything right now in DC. I'm going to watch Clayface next year, Supergirl, of course. I want to go back and watch Creature. It's either Creature Commandos or Creature Commanders. It's an animated DC. It's the first thing that came out from the Gunn DC, but there's a lot of already connection to Superman and stuff like that. So I want to, can't wait.
Yeah. The Clayface I do want to see. I like Clayface, as a villain. Yeah, I know that someone posted something, it might have been Jake in our chat that we have, that Robert Downey Jr. shows, or he kills one of the OG Avengers, and I'm like, I mean, who cares? Like, I mean, that's expected, right? I mean, but is it true or not? I don't really.
I'm not reading into any of that stuff. I'm not like Jake that reads into all everything little thing that's happening in the movie. Like,
yeah,
I care about like, show me casting, casting announcements, what the movie's going to be called. I'm not in there looking for spoilers or whatever. Like, I know he'll say, like, oh, it just pops up. Well, you can skip it too. You can just scroll past it. You don't have to read everything. But the little things like, you know, a script not being completed, or you know, them not knowing exactly where they're going to take the story, like that stuff I'll read about, but I don't want to know specific plot points. So I can't answer your question. I don't know about any of it, the stuff that you're talking about. Like,
so Brandon Skilnar, did I say that last name right?
I believe so.
I don't know. Skilnar.
Wait, I don't want to be a show that reports stuff that's not.
No, I think
it's not reported for sure. I know where you're going with
this.
I
mean, it might be rumored.
I don't want to talk about it if it's not official.
How do we know? How do you know it's not?
Because we would be hearing a casting of Batman all over the place, not just from one source or wherever you're getting. What source is this that you're getting this from?
Not a source. Oh yeah, it is.
Where's
I don't
it
know
from
who though.
See, I don't like that unless it's official. Let's be a legit show here that talks
could be a
about
possibility.
Maybe it's a name out there, but until we see it everywhere in the trades, Variety, The Hollywood Reporter, you know, I follow all the correct people that report on this stuff, and nobody's reporting on it. I would take everything with a grain of salt. I don't want to put it out there, man.
We'll see about that.
I don't want to put it out there. If it is, then you can call me out and be like, I had it first. Okay, cool. You can gloat about that, but I don't want to be a show that posts or talks about stuff that isn't like legit. We're talking about stuff that's real, and yeah.
We don't want to be a boring show.
We don't want to be boring, but we also don't want to be a speculative, only going off of rumor-filled stuff.
That's what makes it. That's what makes it exciting.
No.
If
it's fun to bring him up in a conversation. Like, who do you think would be? But not like, hey, we're hearing reports that this may be. No, what reports? Like, what legit report is? I have not, other than what you told me yesterday, and I like it only because it's somebody that I would like for the role. And by the way, folks, we're talking about a possible casting decision for Batman in the DCU with James Gunn, but it's not anywhere official or anything like that. So it could just be a flat out rumor or a lie. That's what we're discussing here at this point. But I don't want to put it out there because it's not real yet. But like I said, if it's a point of conversation, like you like Alan Richardson, I like this guy. I like the guy from Logan as well. But that's okay to talk about. That's a fun conversation. But if we're going based off of like, you don't even know where that's coming from, I don't want to put it out there. Right.
All right. So what else do you have on the docket? I'm good on.
Did we cover all your topics?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, nothing, man. I mean, 1 week from now, Cowboys tip off against the Eagles. So we're gonna have to figure out when we're gonna do next week's show because we can't be doing it during the game. So got to figure that out real quick.
Yeah, that'll be determined. We'll figure that out.
But now I think we're good. I think I'm ready for this draft tomorrow. I need that to come already just so we can just have everything set. It's the last thing fantasy-wise for me that I need to get settled in, and then I'm good to go for the season.
Yeah, I got 2 more drafts.
You're ridiculous.
Yeah. We'll see.
But again, just based off of your Yahoo one, I'm already worried about you trying to get into 3 leagues, much less 4. So.
Yeah, don't be worried about it. You'll be all right. Anyway, well, that's going to do it for today's show.
Plug the name, man. Plug the name.
It's our Game Time at the Movies podcast. We are on all social platforms. Robert releases it on Spotify, Apple. iPod, or what is it?
There's Amazon.
Podbean.
There's
Amazon. YouTube. Is YouTube?
YouTube also.
YouTube. We don't have any socials up yet, but that's in the works.
For sure.
But other than that, always a pleasure. Good stuff this week, especially with the news of Micah Parsons. Do you have any other thing to add, Robert?
Good job by you, Cowboys. Good job by you.
Anyway,
I had to add that in. I'm sorry. Down the line, you're going to see, man, Palace was right. That I won't ever admit it to him, but he was right.
We'll see. Like I said, it's the season hasn't started, so right now it hurts. But like I said, maybe at the end of the season, I'll be like, oh yeah, you know what? It works out. It works out. We'll see.
Gotta play for that Arch Manning. We'll do a college recap next week. We'll see. Let's see how Archie Manning does. Let's see when Palace puts eyeballs onto the Longhorns. Let's see what happens.
Can't base it on one game. If he has a bad game, I mean, he's playing against a ranked team.
Hey man, there's a lot of content out there. He's got to be entertaining to me. If he's not showing out, I'm gonna watch something else.
Oh man,
yeah,
typical Robert Palace. Anyway,
all right, ready to sign off here?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
All right, man. We'll see you all next week. This has been Game Time at the Movies with Palace and Abe.
Good night.